Hi everyone, Anthony Morganti here. Recently, Skylum Software added an AI assistant to Luminar Neo. In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use it. Before I do, I want to mention very quickly that I have a mini course on Luminar Neo that you could download from my website for free. If you're interested in downloading my free Luminar Neo mini course, I'll have a link to it in the description below this video. Also, I mentioned in previous videos that there is a mobile version of Luminar Neo. It's called Luminar Mobile, and it won the Google Award as the best app of 2025. And in the past, I have done some YouTube videos on both the Android and iOS versions of Luminar Mobile. If you'd like me to do more YouTube videos on Luminar Mobile, let me know in the comments. Now, I mentioned that recently Skylum Software added an AI assistant to Luminar Neo. With it, you could have it do an edit for you, or you could ask it how to do an edit. It's available in two different areas of Luminar Neo. It's available in the edit panel. It's over here in the lower right-hand side. It's this little circle, and it's available in the preset section. You can see it's over there as well. It does the exact same thing, so it doesn't have any different functionality depending on which panel it happens to be in or where you happen to be using it. Most often, I believe you'll probably be in the edit panel, and to use it, all you need to do is click on it. When you do, you get this kind of flyout window appear, and you can make it bigger by clicking on this diagonal kind of double arrow there. And you can see it just tells you how it works. It uses two types of prompts to get different results. Action prompts like enhance this photo, apply the changes instantly. Well, question prompts like how do I remove distractions give step-by-step guidance and tips you can follow. Now, for this demonstration on this image, let's enhance it. I could just click here. You can see it has enhanced this photo. I could turn the photo black and white. So I could click any of these is what I'm getting at. Or you could go down here and just type something in. It's faster if I just click enhance this photo. And you'll notice it says thinking. It's actually sending your image up to the cloud. So you will need an active internet connection in order to use the AI assistant. And if you are familiar with some of the generative features that are in Photoshop, you'll know in that case, Photoshop usually gives you three different variations. Well, you get three different variations here as well, and you can see they're at the top. And to apply one, just click on it. So I'll click on the first one, and you can see it applied the edit. And below that, it actually tells you what it did. For example, for this edit, edit 1, the initial adjustments significantly boosted the highlights, temperature, and shadows, increasing the overall contrast and exposure to enhance the dramatic nighttime feel. Now, it doesn't look nighttime, but that's what it says. Vibrance was also increased to bring out the colors in the dinosaur and the Ferris wheel. Well, I knew that was a dinosaur. I knew that was a Ferris wheel. While a landscape effect was added to subtly enhance the scene's depth. If you don't like that edit, click on the second one, and you can see it will completely remove the previous edit, then apply this edit. You also could do that, click on the third one, and you could see what it did here. And again, those are all outlined below. So if you wonder what edit 2 did or edit 3 did, you could see they're there. Now, I personally liked edit 1, so you could click between them, and again, it will completely remove the previous edit to apply the edit that you clicked on. I kind of like this first one the best. Now you could edit more. You could say down here, let's say, make this image black and white, and then hit enter. Now again, it's sending the image up to the cloud, but be aware it's actually going to totally remove this edit. So it's going to be working on the raw file, and it's going to give me three different variations of a black and white edit. Now you'll see they're right here. I could click through them. There's the first one, the second one, and the third one. And of course, below these are explanations of what each of these edits, or what was done with each of these edits. But I don't like any of these. I could go back to my color edit though, just scroll back up to the top and it's still here. And you can see there it is. Now, I think probably a lot of people that are new to editing will benefit from the AI assistant, not because they're just going to apply the AI assistant, call it a day and shut their computer off, but they'll try it and they go, well, I really like this edit. What did it do? Well, close this down by clicking this downward like facing arrow, and then go up here to edits, and you could see exactly what it did. So you could see that it applied a color filter, a landscape filter, an enhance AI filter, and a develop, filter as well. Over here, if you click this circle with 3 dots in the middle, you could create a preset. So you can make this a preset so you could apply it to other images as well. So that, I think, is beneficial for someone who's new to editing. It kind of gives you an idea, maybe a direction where to go, or maybe you're just feel like kind of burnt out with editing and everything's kind of looking stale to you. Maybe the AI assistant will show you something that you didn't think of doing yourself, and then it could give you an idea, stuff you could do going forward. So that's another, I think, beneficial use of using the AI assistant. Now let's go to another image and let's talk about the other functionality here. First, we could have it actually do something, or we could ask it how to do something. So in this case, with this image, let's click on the AI assistant again. Let's make it bigger. And we have how to remove distractions. And we also have a suggestion here, how to make this image look more moody and cinematic. So I could choose one of these, or I could type something else, and you would start it with how to. And when you type how to, it will not do the edit for you. It will instead tell you how to do it. Let's go with this last one, how to make this image look more moody and cinematic. Now, again, it is sending the image up to the cloud because it's going to look at the scene and then tell you or give you suggestions on how you could make this look more moody and cinematic, and it will not do the edit for you. And you can see here it's telling you to apply a sky AI to replace the existing sky with a darker, more dramatic one. The develop module, what to do there, the color, vignette, so on, mood. So it's telling you what to do. You could actually click on the little oval here, like for sky AI, and it actually will open up that filter for you. So then you could pick, in this case, a sky. You could go back here and click on develop, and it will open up that filter for you, and you could apply the edit. You could go down further. Let's make it bigger. And for the color, it's telling me I recommend to adjust the color balance to slightly decrease the vibrancy to achieve more subdued and moody look. So you could do that. So it just allows you to easily jump between the actual filter and the AI assistant to do what you'd like to do. So that's another, functionality of the AI assistant where you could ask it how to do something. So maybe, I know sometimes I would go, wow, I'm seeing this, a lot of images, let's just say, that have kind of a weird moody brown look. Well, instead of searching for YouTube videos on how to do it, you could just type it into AI assistant and it will give you an idea. Now, I just want you to be aware that if you have an image such as this, that I did an edit on this. This is fully edited. And if I come over here to AI Assistant and I enhance this photo, all right, it's going to give me these 3 variations, of course, of an edit. But it's actually sending the unedited raw file up to the cloud. And it's looking at the unedited raw file to come up with an edit. In case 3 variations. As soon as I click on one of these, I kind of lost my previous edit. And there's really, well, there is a way, but there's no obvious way, I think I should say, to get back to it, but I'll show you how to do it. So I'll click on these 3, and I don't like any of these 3 compared to the edit that I did to it manually. Now, to get back to that edit, what I need to do, because I didn't save it as a preset or anything like that, is I need to undo it. On a Mac, you'd hit Command Z or Z. On a PC, Control Z or Z. And when you do that, you just got to keep hitting it. It's going to cycle back a step. So it's going through each of these 3. And then on this one, it should bring me to my original edit that I did manually on this. So just be aware of that if you do have a image that was fully edited like this, and then you try the AI assistant, it's going to give you the 3 variations. And as soon as you click on the one variation, your edit is kind of buried. And the only way to get to it is to undo things by hitting Command or Control Z or Z. So just wanted to make you aware of that. But other than that, it's right here. I should note, or I should mention, that with it, you can't do any generative merge or enhancement type things like with the remove tool. It just won't do it, at least at this point in its development. Maybe they'll add that in the future. So if there was, let's say, a sensor spot, or if there was a piece of garbage, in the water here and I wanted to remove it, I can't tell it to do it because it won't be able to do it. It doesn't use the remove tool. You just can't use any of those generative functions. So you're going to have to do stuff like that manually. So it does have limitations. Again, Skylum says they will be enhancing it and making it work better and faster in the future. This is the first iteration of it. So, and it works pretty good, I think. And I mentioned that it's also available over here in the preset section, and it's the exact same thing. It's not here for you to like add presets or anything like that. It's here to just enhance the photo, make it black and white, do something that you want to do. Like you could tell it to enhance the sky maybe, or to give you ideas. How do I do this? How do I make the image look like a warm summer day? And it will tell you how to do it. It's not any different in the preset section compared to the edit section. So that's the new AI assistant that is in Luminar Neo. Again, I have that free mini course on Luminar Neo that you could download from my website. I'll have a link to it in the description below this video. And let me know about Luminar Mobile. Do you want to see more YouTube videos on Luminar Mobile? It was the winner of the Google Award as the best app of 2025. So thank you, everyone who watches my videos. I really do appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys soon.